Hello friends, welcome to our channel. So in this video, we are going to discuss about what is overriding and what is the real usage of overriding in Java. So before getting into this video, to understand overriding, we must be familiar with inheritance or how to use inheritance in Java. So in our previous video, already we have discussed what is inheritance in Java and how to create a inheritance in Java with the help of extends keyword. Also, we have discussed various types of inheritance in Java. So, in case if you haven't watched that video, the link is available in the description. So, please watch it. And also, in our previous video, we have discussed polymorphism. So we know that we have two kind of polymorphism. One is overloading, another one is overriding. The overloading polymorphism is already we have discussed in our previous video. So the link is available in the description. You can watch it. So if you are familiar about inheritance and then overloading concept, then it is easy to understand overriding. So my suggestion is better please watch inheritance and overloading video, and then if you watch this video it will be give you the clear understanding. Okay, so now let us get into this video. So in this video we are going to discuss about overriding polymorphism in Java. So first what I will do, so first I will explain programmatically what is overriding. So we'll write a very simple program. With the help of that program, we'll understand what is overriding in Java. So and then we'll get into the real time or real life usage of overriding. So first, in case of overriding polymorphism, I need a inheritance. So first, let me make a inheritance, a simple inheritance. I have a class superclass, and I am making a subclass which is extending this superclass. So finally, my inheritance is ready. So now in the superclass, I am going to define a method. Let it be my method. And inside this method, I am just displaying a message. I am from superclass. The same method I'm going to copy paste in my subclass, and definition I will be changing. I will change the definition as I am from subclass. So this is your overriding. Nothing but I am overriding the method. So I will say it is a method overriding. You can look at the overriding method return type is same, method name is also same in superclass and subclass, also argument is same. So which means the entire signature is same in superclass and subclass, but the functionality is different, right? So finally the simple definition is, if the super in case of overriding, a superclass and the subclass can have a method with same name, same argument, same return type, but the functionality is going to be different. So then I will say it is the overriding. I am repeating the definition once again. superclass and subclass can have a method with same name, same argument, and same return type. Everything must be same, but the functionality will be the different. So that is the aim of polymorphism, right? So then I will say it's a overriding. So finally, this is a very simple example. Programmatically, it's a very simple example for overriding. So now let me create an object of my subclass. If you remember our overloading video, in case of overloading, method name will be same, but the argument list must be different. Because in case of overloading polymorphism, the compiler will identify the overloaded method or a constructor with the help of this argument list different. But coming to overriding, so coming to method overriding, you can see everything is same. Return type, method name, argument, everything is same. So which means how the compiler will identify this overridden method. Let us understand this one. I'm trying to call my method, which is overridden method, by using my subclass object. What is my object? My subclass object. Let me run and look at the output. You can look at the output. It is executing a method or it is invoking a method from a subclass. So which means coming to overriding, the compiler is identifying the relevant method with the help of object. But coming to overloading, the compiler will understand or the compiler will identify the relevant method with the help of argument list different. But here coming to overriding, the compiler is identifying the relevant method with the help of object. So my object is subclass type, that's why it is executing subclass method. So if my object is superclass, then it will be executing a method from superclass. So finally, overriding is based on object. So when this object will create a will take a memory. So this object will take a memory during runtime. So which means the compiler can identify the overridden method with the help of object during runtime. So that's why I can say overriding is the runtime polymorphism. Yes, during runtime only the JVM can understand what object is created and which method or which overridden method I have to call. So during runtime only it will come to know that. So that's why I can say overriding is runtime polymorphism. So hope friends, programmatically we are clear about what is overriding and how to write a overriding in Java. I'm just summarizing the points in two lines. So first, what is overriding? Superclass and subclass can have a method with same name, same argument and same return type. Then I will say it is the overriding. The second point is overriding is based on object. Object will take a memory during runtime. So which means the compiler can identify the relevant overridden method with the help of object during runtime. So that's why I can say overriding is a runtime polymorphism, or I can say it's a dynamic binding. Okay. So now programmatically we are very clear about what is overriding, and how to write a overriding program in Java. Now we'll understand what is the real life usage of overriding. So already in our previous video, we have discussed what is the real life usage of overloading polymorphism. So now we are going to discuss about what is the real life usage of overriding. So let me take one simple scenario. I'm just going to define a class called animal as superclass, and in the animal class I'm going to define a method, let it be move. Here I will say all animals can move, or I will say can move. So finally in the animal class you can see I have a method move. Here I am saying that yes, I can move. All animals can move. But how the animal will move? So that I cannot define in the superclass. Because the way of moving the animal or how the animal will move is going to be vary based on my subclass. So the common functionality is what? Yes, all animals can move. But how they will move? So that I cannot define in my animal class. Yes, that is going to be vary based on my subclass. Let me define a class called, let it be dog. It is going to extend animal class. So it means dog is a subclass of animal class. So here I will be overriding this method, and I will say in the dog class I will say I will move, I will walk. I can walk. Right? So finally you can look at the animal and dog class. I have a method with same name, same argument, same return type. Everything is same, but the functionality is different. In animal class, I have a generic functionality saying that all animals can move. All animals can move. But in the dog class, I am overriding the move method, and here I will say dog will walk or dog can walk. The same way, let me have one more subclass. Let it be bird. Extends animal class. Nothing but our hierarchical inheritance. One superclass, multiple subclass. Nothing but our hierarchical inheritance. So here also I can override move method from my superclass animal, and here I will say the bird will fly. So the way of moving, and same way, maybe if I want I can come with one more class. Let it be fish extends animal, and I will be overriding the method, and I will say I can the fish will move by swimming. Right? So like this, you can have a number of subclass. In the subclass, you will override move method, and you will define your move method based on the subclass. So hope friends, you are getting some idea about real life usage of animal class, sorry, overriding concept. Finally, you can look at this scenario. Let me create object of one class. I'm just going to create object of dog class, and by using dog class, I'm going to call my move method. You can see as per the dog class, the super class is animal class. So as per the dog class, the super class is animal class, right? In the animal class also I have a move method, and in the dog class also I have a move method, right? But when I try to call move method by using doc object, as we discussed, overriding is based on object. So which means during runtime, since object is doc type, it is going to invoke a move method from doc class. Let us run and observe the output. It is displaying the doc class functionality. So which mean what? It is replacing or it is overwriting animal class move method. So this is a more important point friends. So in real time we are using overriding to override or to replace superclass functionality. But in the other hand, overloading is adding an extra functionality. So in case of overloading, we are adding extra functionality. But in case of overriding, we are overwriting or we are replacing the superclass functionality. The same way, if I have a object of, let me complete the program. So if I have an object of bird class, and I will try to invoke bird.move, then it is going to invoke bird class move method. Yes, overriding is based on object. It will say bird will fly, which means it is overwriting or it is replacing your animal class move method. The same way I can have a object of fish. I will say new fish, and if I try to invoke fish.move, it will be displaying or it will be invoking fish class move method, which will display fish can show. Let us run this code and we'll observe the output. So finally you can see during runtime, based on the object, the move method functionality is varying. So finally the main aim of overriding is I have to replace the superclass method functionality. So that's why it is overriding, or you can say it's overwriting. I'm replacing the superclass functionality. So that I will call as method overriding. So this is a real life usage of overriding in real life. The same way you can take any scenario. You can take any scenario. For example, you can take a class vehicle. You can take a class vehicle, and here let me assume that I have a method wheel. So you know that I cannot say how many number of wheels in vehicle class. I can say I have a wheel. So that's it. In vehicle class, I can say only I have a wheels. The vehicle have wheels. But the number of wheels I cannot say. So what I will do based on my subclass, based on my subclass, I will define the number of wheels. What I am doing, I am overriding the wheel method, and here I will say I have two wheels. The same way I will say car extend vehicle, and here I will override the wheel method, and I will say I have four wheels. Same way here, let me have one more class auto, which is also extending vehicle class, and I will override wheel method, and here I will say I have three wheels. Finally, you can see in the superclass vehicle, I have a wheel method. There I can say all the vehicle is having wheels. That's it. But I cannot say the number of wheels. So the number of wheel is going to be vary based on my subclass. So what I will do, I will override this wheel method in my subclass, and I will say how many number of wheels based on my subclass. And then as usual, like previously how we created object for subclass, the same way I can create object for my bike class. I'm just trying to complete the code. And by using bike class object, if I call wheel method, it will overwrite superclass wheel method, or it will replace superclass wheel method, and it will be executing a wheel method from by class, which will display I have two wheels. The same way I will do it for car as well as auto. Right? So let us run this code once again, and we'll check our output. You can see for bike object it is displaying two wheels, for car it is displaying four wheels, and for auto it is displaying three wheels. So hope friends we got idea about what is the real life usage of overriding. So like this we have many scenarios. You can take any real time. So we have many more scenarios. Let us discuss some more scenarios. So via this PPT, you can look at this slide. Draw is a overridden method. So in my super class, let us assume that I have a super class called shape. So there I will be defining a draw method, but I can give a generic definition. All shape will come with some shape, but I cannot say the exact shape of its subclass, because it is going to be vary based on my subclass. So in case of square class, the draw class will give a different functionality, same way circle as well as hexagon. So finally, in my shape class, I have a draw method, so that I will override in my subclass, and based on my subclass, I will change my drawing definition. And same way, we'll see one more simple scenario. I have a superclass employee. It has, let us assume that it has two subclass, manager and clerk. So we know that each employee will get salary. So that is a generic method, or it's a common method for all the employees. So that I will do it in my employee class. And in employee class, I will say yes, all employees will get salary. But how much they will get? So that is going to be vary based on my subclass. So which means in the manager class, I will override the salary method and I will say for manager, this is the salary. And same way clerk class, I will be overriding the same salary method and I will give a salary for clerk, right? The same way you can take one more scenario. Animal is a super class. There are many subclasses are there. Each and every animal will speak differently, right? So for example, dog will bark, right? So the sound I am trying to say, okay. So finally in animal class I have a method speak, so that will come with a common definition. All animal will speak, or all animals can raise the voice. But in my subclass I will be overriding this speak method, and based on the subclass I will give the new definition. So if it is dog, so the sound will be woof, right? It will be barking. And same way if it is cat, then I will override this speak method and I will say it will pronounce like meow. So finally based on my subclass I will be overriding this method from my superclass and I will give the new definition. So friends, so we are clear about what is overriding and how to achieve overriding in Java, as well as what is the real life usage of overriding in Java. So thanks friends for watching this video. So if you like this video, please subscribe and click on the bell symbol so that as soon as I upload the new video, you will be getting the notification. Also, you can share it with your friends.